Welcome to the Good Place Marionville podcast, dedicated to highlighting the good right here in Marionville, Missouri.
People say there's two things that are guaranteed, death and taxes. But let me add a third. Even if you have very little hair on your head like me, the hair you have keeps growing. Yep, that's right. So honestly, cutting hair is a good business idea as there are always going to be people that need a haircut.
Yeah, well, today's guest doesn't just cut hair, but we are excited to spend the next few minutes getting to know her better. She is our new downtown neighbor, Jana Fulp of Downtownbeautyco. Welcome to the Good Place Marionville podcast.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Oh, you bet.
So, Jana, let's talk about your growing up years for a minute. Are you originally from Marionville?
I am born and raised.
All right, so tell us
That's
about
awesome.
your family and how people might know your family name. I mean, besides Fulp Cleaners, because we've all gone there.
Well, but you should say that because there might be people listening that did not know that. So
Right.
Go ahead.
My mom owns Fulps Drycleaners in Aurora, and my dad owns a ceiling and striping business. So they both are talking to people, know a lot of people. My dad was raised in Aurora, so just the town over. And I have two older brothers. One also graduated from Marionville, and then the other one lives in Fairgrove.
Wow, well, that's quite a ways away, but either of them, so you got nieces or nephews yet?
I have two nieces and one nephew.
Wow, that's kind of fun.
Growing family, entrepreneurial family. All right. So, did you always know that you wanted to do hair and be in the beauty industry?
It was always an option. I kind of went back and forth, but that was always, even when I was younger, like I went back to that one over and over. So,
Okay. All right. And so, what do you call yourself now? Are you a stylist, a beautician, something else?
I usually say hairstylist.
Hairstylist. Okay. So, clarify the hairstylist. I just want to know that because I
When you
think it's
cut my hair, you didn't style it.
That is true.
I
So
suppose it is a style.
You have a style. You
I
have
got
a
a style.
style.
that is right. So maybe I need to rethink what I
No.
call myself.
No, it's okay.
All right, so did you go to school to be a hairstylist?
Yes, I went to Inspire in Aurora.
Very good.
There's a hairstylist school in Aurora?
Yes.
Wow, do they teach other things besides hairstylists? I mean, do they do esthetician stuff there? Or...
Yep. Hair esthetician and nail program.
Wow, right here in Aurora.
Yes.
Wow. So those of you all listening, if you didn't know there's a school right there for it, you don't have to go to Springfield or Joplin. It's right there in Aurora. That's very cool.
Right. I had a 10-minute drive every morning, and I loved that better than driving to
And
Springfield.
How long of a program was that?
If you're full time, it takes around a year. It's 1,500 hours. So
That's a lot of hours.
Mhm.
Wow. 1,500. How many hours do people work in a year?
2,080 if it's 40 hours a week.
Okay. So that's a three-quarter of the clocking in
right.
of a job.
But they
That's
weren't
amazing.
paying you.
No.
You were paying them.
Yes, exactly.
Opposite.
I was paying to do people's hair. So.
All right. So, but breaking out and going on your own, that's kind of a big jump. How did you become a business owner?
That was always what I wanted to eventually do, but I didn't think right off the bat I would. But we kind of would look at buildings around just for fun, like to imagine if I would. And we had looked at a building downtown, and even when I was in there, I was like, this just it's not what I'm wanting, and I'll just work somewhere else for a couple of years. Well, I walked outside, and Jim was standing there and asked what we were doing, and we just talked to him, and he's like, well, Randy Smart has that building that's for rent. Like, he just got it done. So I thought about it, and I texted Randy, and he's like, can I show it to you tomorrow? And I was like, yeah. And it just worked out. Like,
Awesome.
That's what you call a God encounter
Yes.
with downtown Marionville, Missouri.
That's right. And Jim, I know that you've told other people that, and it's kind of
It's exciting. I love it.
it really is. And just right timing, right place, and knowing that it's the right thing. So, how long did it take for you to get the space ready for you guys to be open?
it didn't take very long. All I had to do was plumb for the shampoo bowl, but everything else had just got done, and then decorating and all that. But I just worked on it. I was out of school on Mondays. So on the weekend and Mondays, we'd go, and
Right.
my dad would hang up mirrors and the cabinets and all that.
It was a
So,
family affair,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And I know one day I came by, I think it was a Sunday afternoon, you were putting out the banner and you're like, my brother designed this.
Yes.
And there's big scissors.
Yep. My
that
brother
are-
made those.
That's awesome.
Do you remember how many months ago it was we met? I remember I was up on a tall ladder when I saw you guys there, but that means I was working on something in the gathering. How many months ago was that?
That was early May, probably.
So May. Okay. All right.
Awesome. Okay, so there's a lot of people listening that probably remember that the location that you're in now as a beauty shop, I will call it, was once a
on.
barber shop.
Yes.
And so has that come up and created some good storytelling with your customers?
Yes, and I actually did Everett's granddaughter's hair not that long ago, and she brought me back his barber pole that was outside, and my dad's gonna hang that
Oh
up.
my word, I have goosebumps.
Yeah.
That's
That
cool.
is
Yeah.
fabulous. So, I love that heritage and that legacy that you can still, preserve in some way and that they were willing to
Yes.
do that. How
Yeah, I'm
neat is
excited
that?
to have it up there.
That's fabulous.
All right, you've got some other tenants in your space, so it's not just you as a hairstylist. You've got other people. Who are they, and what are they doing?
Right. There's 3 hairdressers, including myself. I have Brooke. She's from Marionville. She has been doing hair 10 years or so. I have Tracy. She's been doing hair for like 20 years. She still works 1 day a week in Aurora. So she's kind of back and forth. And then I have another Brooke that's the esthetician.
Awesome.
So for those people listening that aren't as sophisticated as me, and they understand what an esthetician does, and I only know what an esthetician does,
He doesn't know what it is.
but I do, and I feel really blessed as a man to actually know what an esthetician does because we had friends in Florida that were an esthetician. What does an esthetician do?
It's all skincare, so facials, waxing, all of that sort.
Awesome. Okay. So
You
all
look
of
down
that
like,
stuff.
oh, that stuff.
There's a lot of things. So, I mean, getting in, like she can, do eyebrows. She
Yeah.
can, and there's a lot there that people maybe don't even know that those services exist and what a help that they can be. And it's not, I guess one of the big things I want to get out of today's show is that it's not this scary place where I don't know what they're doing.
Right.
You can have your hair. What kinds of things are you guys doing with hair? Color.
Color, cutting, deep conditioning treatments, just a shampoo style, perms,
Okay.
all of the above.
All of the above.
Any color preferences, or will you do all colors?
I'll do all colors. I prefer to highlight hair. That's my favorite.
So you're not really into like blue and purple and red?
Right. I do have a pink and purple tomorrow. So,
Okay,
Well,
there you go.
yeah,
Jim has always wanted to add color, but
Martha, I wanted to dye my hair blonde, and Martha said,
bleach it.
well, please, excuse me. Exactly the point.
Yes.
Okay, so, but no, you don't have anybody doing nails yet.
no.
Are you looking for somebody to do nails?
If someone came interested, I would try to consider. I have potentially in a works a massage therapist coming.
Oh, very good.
Gotcha.
Oh.
Well, I love that you're continuing to look and, you're confined by how much space you have at this
Right.
point. But I love that you are a business person and you've got family that has run businesses to help guide you and direct you. As you look to the future, what is it that you want the community to know about you and your business?
I just wanted to be in my hometown and know that I know everyone. I want everyone to know me and us, the people that I'm in there with, and that I hope we keep growing and that we stay busy down there.
Yeah. All right. And how is the best way I know, actually, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to put in the show notes in the post, I will put a picture of your cute little caricature card that you guys had made up that has everybody's names and phone numbers. And because everybody has a different phone number for getting a hold of and making appointments. So is that the best way for people to connect to you, or is there anything else, Jana?
That works. Or we all have Facebook and Instagram accounts just for our hair or esthetician
Awesome.
page. So.
Okay, so we'll try to put some links in the show notes to get everybody the information that they need. Give these guys a try. I know that the traffic has been increasing. People
Every
are
day.
so, it's funny because sometimes they'll come to our door and they'll be like,
They look at me and they're like, clearly I'm at the wrong
I just
place.
think I'm here to get a haircut. Where am I going? So it's like, okay, get a coffee at Elevate Coffee, then go down and
Yeah,
get your
make it
haircut.
down.
Let's
Yes.
just go on down the road. So
It's
that's so great.
Jana, we're so grateful that you're downtown, that this has worked out. It's so exciting to see the cars pulling in. And the other day I was driving through the alley and every one of your alley parking spots was filled. And I'm like, that's fantastic. Love having you downtown. So excited about it. Hey, we got a couple of things to cover in the news. Is that okay? You gonna stick around for a few minutes? All right. This episode of the Good Place Marionville podcast sponsored by the Bank of Billings. Today we're focused on local businesses, and often we don't think about a bank in those terms, but the Bank of Billings right here in Marionville is able and willing to handle all of your banking needs for your small business, for your bigger business. They would love to be your bank. If you don't already have an account there, reach out today and get one started. Remember, they're a member of the FDIC and an equal housing lender.
All right. In other news, the first responders have reported to us really great news for the fire department. They will be placing 13 new, you say scuba, right, Jim?
Yes.
SCBAs.
It's
You
but they're
say
not scuba, they're
SCBAs.
SCBAs because they're
Okay.
not underwater.
Okay.
They're above
But
water.
it's this thing called a SCBA that's going to be in service and a new Bauer air compressor. Jim, how is this equipment so important and
Okay.
going to help the fire department?
As a firefighter, the current SCBAs, which is self-contained breathing apparatus, are big metal tanks that when you put it on your back, it's an extra 40 pounds you're bringing as you're
my
climbing up a
word.
ladder, going into a building. The new ones are carbon fiber and are now 15 pounds,
Wow.
and you can fit more air in them. They can last longer. And this air compressor that somebody gave us can help give us that higher air compression rate for these carbon fiber tanks. So exciting.
So you guys are pretty excited about that.
We are.
So that means you're not going to be as taxed when you are fighting a fire because you're not carrying as much weight. I mean, there's so many benefits to that. So that's very good news.
It's very exciting.
Yes. All right. Apple Fest is busy making plans for the Christmas parade, which is going to be on December 13th. So
It's almost Christmas time in the city.
mark your calendars and plan to participate or bring your family to watch and enjoy all of the festivities that will be planned for that evening. So right now, just put December 13th on your calendar.
It will be fun. Will it be snowing? Not
knows?
likely.
Who knows?
But it could be 80, but it could be 50. Or maybe 40 even.
Yeah.
Wow, snow would be fun. We need to get one of those citywide bubble machines.
There you go.
We
A
could cover the
fake
whole.
snow.
Yes, that's right. Hey, Chris Bowling reported that Public Works will be installing a 9-hole disc golf course at the park in the next couple of weeks. This is something that's been in the works for a very long time. And this is going to be fun. You know, Martha and I used to play Frisbee golf in college, and we used to pick a tree, and we'd throw at a tree, or we pick a
This is way more
Stop.
sophisticated.
way
than
more
that.
sophisticated. You need to get it upgraded. You need to get the right kind of Frisbee, but we're looking forward to it. That'll be a
That's
fun
awesome.
way.
I can't wait to hear more about that. So
Can't wait to do it.
also in the downtown, it's going to be getting a facelift with sealing, striping, and paving happening downtown, as well as on Myrtle, Eureka, and Central, as well as crosswalks at the elementary and the football fields. Lots of things happening.
Progress. So that's going to, the sealing and striping on the 20th of October. So, Jana, make sure all your customers know they need to come around the back way because Washington at Central and around the square will be closed for a couple of days. Sealing and
Exciting.
striping. It will be.
That is exciting.
You'll know where to park. Diagonal parking on the north side, on the south side,
There you
parallel parking on the north side, and it's going to be one way from Central and Washington down and around the square.
So it'll be like a loop. That's awesome.
It's change, but it's good change, and it's all because of Jana and Elevate Coffee because there's a lot of traffic down here now. And we need to know where to park.
It's awesome.
Hey, the Marionville High School band competed in Mountain Grove on Saturday and was awarded Best General Effect, excellent rating, first in class, fourth overall. And a listener also reported that it's great seeing the community excited for the new business of town, Elevate Coffee, the gathering, the Downtown Beauty Co., which you've talked about already today.
Okay, so I have a question. I should have asked you this ahead of time. Do you call it Downtown Beauty Co. or do you say Downtown Beauty Company?
I say Downtown Beauty Co.
Okay, perfect. That's what I
Downtown
thought,
Beauty Co.
but I'm like, I don't want to put this
Yeah.
out
You know what it
here.
is? It's
Yeah,
because
it's a
Gen Z
young-
doesn't like to say whole words.
Yeah, it's like those.
That's how the feels. You know, it's the feels. You know, it's half words. That's what they do.
That's right. That's right. Well,
We're okay.
what is there's a auxiliary cord. When they started calling it aux, we're like, what's an
Right.
aux? Oh, it's auxiliary. So it's shortening the word. Okay. In other
Exciting.
news,
Exciting stuff coming up.
see, it actually stands for something.
Yeah.
So the Colemanvault Trunk or Treat is this weekend on Sunday, October 19th from 1 to 5. It's jam-packed with beautiful cars to look at from the car show, goodies for the kids, costume contests, and raffles. And there are some really great items out there. So get the details on their Facebook page, the Colemanvault's annual Sunday Family Fun Day. And I'll have that in the notes. You don't have to remember it. And be sure to be there on Sunday for all of the fun.
Valerie
All
will be
out.
packing out downtown.
Yes,
It will
right.
be a lot of fun. In other news around town, a little sad news. I don't know. Are we allowed to do sad news?
No, because it's good news.
Norman. Gary writes, daily Volkswagen bug driver from the Dairy Crest has now had the world's largest Band-Aid applied to its nose. You want to hear the story? Go get a malt over there at B's and G's, and Gary can tell you the sad story of how Norman bumped its nose.
But the good news is that Gary's okay and Norman's got an appointment to get fixed. So, or get repaired. So that's awesome. All right. Have you driven around town lately to look at what people are up to? Well, I just know by our house, there is a newly completed house, one that's completely renovated with new owners living inside, one with a foundation going in, two lots that have been staked for building, and a lot that was recently cleared of an old house and preparing for something new. So that is truly amazing and good news happening. That's just not right around our house.
And just so you know, the city council, our board of aldermen, recently voted to not increase property taxes because we've gotten increased revenue from all of these new homes.
Fabulous.
So thank you to those people building new homes in our town and helping prop up our property tax revenues. Thank you to Jana Fulp of Downtown Beauty Co. for being our guest today. Congratulations, Jana, on your new business. And we're so excited that you're part of the Downtown Marionville Business Association, which is unofficial, by the way.
We need to get a sticker.
And we all can continue to grow the downtown of Marionville. Thank you, Jana.
Thank you.
And thanks also to the Bank of Billings for sponsoring today's podcast. Consider for you to become a sponsor, you can contact us at goodplacemarionville@hotmail.com.
And you can use that same email to report good news. And remember, if you enjoy this podcast, please subscribe to the YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified when each episode releases.
Thanks for joining us for the Good Place Marionville podcast. Keep your eyes out for the good. Let us know about it. And together we could celebrate Marionville.